AI, remote control tattoo machines, and tattooing robots.
Hello.
Am I about to be out of a job? I've been tattooing for 14 years, and I've seen a ton of technology come in and out of the tattoo industry. And every time we've introduced something new, upgraded machines, iPads, even social media, artists have kind of fought back on embracing that change with every inch of their being until they were able to learn that it was able to help with their workflow. But this is the first time I've experienced something that possibly could take our jobs. So in this video, we're going to talk about robots like Black Dot's Aero, and also use of AI in tattooing, and what you should and should not do as a new artist. Before we get into it, if you want to stay ahead of all the trends and changes in the tattoo industry, I highly recommend you sub to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and like this video. First off, let's talk about robots and what they could do to actually start tattooing humans. Back in 2020, we all remember the 2020s. A remote experiment turned into this. 2 robots, 1 client, and then 1 attached to a tattoo machine who was tattooing a fake arm. This was more of an experiment of the 5G for an ad campaign, but it got traction and people started to wonder, could robots actually tattoo humans? Now, remote control robots like this would be impossible. Connection issues, lag, all these things would end up ruining a tattoo. If Nathan's tattooing me halfway around the world with a robot and I sneeze, that equals disaster. He's not going to know that I moved until the ink is already very much so in my skin. The other option would be pre-loaded designs. And this is exactly what Black Dot is doing. It does the artwork start to finish without any interaction with a human. And in case you haven't seen this, it's pretty much a very expensive stipple tattooing machine. The stencil is pretty much the same as a QR code. It tattoos a few simple dots to send feedback to the machine, so it could pick up on things like needle depth and all the things that a natural human tattoo artist would understand. And then it tattoos dots to form a final design. Now, there are a few points that we have to talk about when it comes to this robot. First off, the client has to be strapped down. If you're not into confined areas, that could be a big problem for you. There's also limited placement. The robot can only do places like arms and legs, places that it's easy to kind of get you locked down to a machine that's going to put you through pain. Now, it is marking perfection. Let's be serious, as human beings, we are beautifully imperfect. So it's going to have perfect lines, perfect shading. It's all mathematical. But there are issues that the robot is not able to deal with. There's going to be changes or questions midway through the tattoo. If the client moves, if there's a health issue, seizures, all sorts of things. It also is not able to read the client's pain level. And just like a Cricut machine, if the robot gets off track, is it going to destroy the whole tattoo? What if the skin feedback is wrong and it goes way too deep? It'll be way harder to course correct with a machine than an actual human being doing it. Not to mention there's a lot of clients out there that just show up for human connection. So a lot of clients come in, and I know a lot about their life. They're going to talk about pain, struggles that they go through, because it's a very personal connection. You're putting someone through pain, and it is a form of therapy. Some people go through things in their life, and I know a lot about my clients, which I'm very thankful for. They're able to open up to me. I'm able to help them along with their lives, with my personal journeys. It becomes almost like a friendship that you carry through your whole life, because you know so much about them. I mean, you're spending 6 hours stuck in a confined space to where you're going to bring up conversation. The story about how people are getting their tattoo is often the most impactful part of the tattoo process, even more than how the tattoo actually looks. I have plenty of tattoos on my body that don't look the best, but it was a section of my life. There's stories that go behind it. There's connections that I made in the tattoo industry that go with them that I wouldn't trade for the world. That's also why we talk about marketing so much in Tattooing 101. Because as a whole, people just want to connect to you as an artist and as a person. Now, out there's going to be clients that want a tattoo that's going to be 100% perfect, and they don't care about the human interaction. But most people fall in between 2 buckets. They're going to crave that interaction that comes with getting tattooed by a human being, or they want their Pinterest tattoo for cheap, which is definitely not going to happen for these tattoo machines and robots for a very long time. Right now, these designs are a few inches big maximum. and they start at thousands of dollars. And that's exactly why they're pushing the micro-realism thing so big right now. No one's going to pay $2,000 for a piece of script that costs maybe $100, $200 somewhere else. So they're doing super detailed pieces that look super impressive right now, but they're not going to heal up very good. Through the natural process of healing, ink is going to expand underneath the skin. So in 5 years, that super crazy micro-realism tattoo is going to become a blob. Nothing you could do about it. It's human anatomy. Now, when they get the price down on this is when losing those basic shop minimum tattoos may possibly cause a problem for the tattoo industry. Now, the business model behind Black Dot is the real problem. They want machines in studios everywhere. This is the final boss version of the 5G tattooing robot, because you could get a tattoo from any tattoo artist anyway. Artists don't need to be there. Artists don't have to do anything actively. No connection issues or anything, which means you could just pick a design from anything updated on their network. With this model, it's not even artist versus machine. It's artist versus artist. With this, Black Dot is going to pay the artist, but who's going to get local artists work when they have access to the leaders in the tattoo industry? This is going to destroy the tattoo economy. This also means no more moving to a smaller town, so it's easier for you to build a name for yourself as a tattoo artist. So the top 50 artists in the world are going to get rich, and everyone else is going to starve. And that's just it. Monopoly. Artists would not only have to compete with technology, which literally doesn't have to sleep, doesn't have to have relationships, and it doesn't make mistakes, but they also have to compete with the top 1% of the best artists in the world. That's why most tattoo artists are against these things. Well, some.
A high-end shop in New York City is now taking appointments for an AI tattoo robot. The Austin-based company Black Dot has raised roughly $7 million in capital for a device they say boosts predictability and reduces pain.
And again, it's not like the robot's coming. The robot's here.
Yeah.
You know, it's already been making tattoos.
Bang Bang, a celebrity tattoo artist, is in the process of putting one of these machines in his studio in New York. Bang Bang is well known for tattooing celebrities and this micro-realism type stuff. And he has put one of these machines in his studio called Aero, Artist-Enabled Robot Operator, all powered by Black Dot. So he's trying to cash in, and it's not for the first time. At the end of the day, you don't put a robot in your tattoo studio for the well-being of the industry. I'm sure as hell not planning to put one of these things in my studio. I'm already a tattooing machine. But I also wouldn't be surprised if more of these things started popping up. And at that point, you're going to have a problem with upkeep. I mean, McDonald's can't even keep their milkshake machines running long enough for me to have my milkshake a day. However, even if this does happen, it does feel like sort of a fad. And honestly, all it's going to take is one lawsuit from that machine hurting an actual client for it all to come crumbling down. Not to mention, there's a huge fraction of people that would rather have a human being tattoo them. We already see how sick of AI people are already. These people want something original, want something with a human effort. They don't want to pay a service of a robot, which brings us on to the next point. But before we get into that, I would love to know your input on tattooing robots. Do you think they're a gimmick? Do you think they're going to fade out? Have you thought about getting a tattoo from a Black Dot robot? Let me know in the comments below. So let's talk about AI and why artists hate it. They hate it because it's all kind of there. There's always mistakes. You see all the programming that you have to do trying to get an idea across when you could have just drawn in the first place. Now you can use it as a tool. You could give it reference ideas and it'll come up with a design, but you're still going to have to draw it at the end of the day. Now these mock-ups may help clients with understanding where the colors are going to go, all of these things, but you still want to be able to understand how to do these things, and drawing them, coloring them will help you be able to tattoo them better anyway. So if you use AI to do all of the artwork for you, anyone can do that. There's going to be absolutely nothing to make you stand out. And AI also constantly struggles to make art consistent with a specific style time after time. So having a recognizable style is a win-win for you as an artist. So at the end of the day, AI can be a helpful tool, but it's not the end-all be-all. So for tattooing robots, I do not think that they are going to work. People are worried and stressed out, and from me, you don't need to be. It's going to be another 30 years until they get the cost down to actually be beneficial to possibly even tattoo on human beings. To be able to tattoo a human, they would need the same range and dexterity to be able to tattoo. So you are talking about a humanoid robot. And by that point, if robots have taken over tattooing, I think we have bigger problems at hand. At the end of the day, I use pen-style tattoo machines over coils. I draw every design that I tattoo on my iPad instead of regular pen and paper. I am not against technology in tattooing. I mean, I literally teach people how to tattoo online. But through that, I've been able to connect and help out hundreds or thousands of people be able to get into the tattoo industry, even if they live thousands of miles away. And I was able to build on one of the most important things within the tattoo industry, and that is relationships. Tattooing robots completely take away the relationship aspect of being an artist. And it just seems like a gimmick from tech geniuses to profit over a tattoo industry while also stealing from all of the people actually in it. Luckily, we don't have to fight off robots to get clients, even though I will be prepared. So what is going to get clients? Give them what a robot can't. That connection, that human element, the stories that you have going through life, talking to them about theirs, creating artwork with a human touch that cannot be copied. And if you want to be a part of a tattooing community built on relationships, you can find that inside our mastermind community. All you have to do is join the Artist Accelerator program. Every week, we get on live calls together. You can submit your artwork for feedback and get your questions answered by real human beings. So I'll leave a link in the description below. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and sub to the channel. It helps me out a ton, and I will see you in the next one.